shoot up out of the plane, 4,000 meters above Earth. The engine still roars above your head. You count the first seconds by pure instinct. 1, 2, 3. The air hits you like a physical force, knocking the breath from your lungs. This is only the beginning. In the first 10 seconds, you accelerate. Your body falls like stone under pure gravity. Air flows around you in waves. It's not as cold here as it will be soon. You can still breathe normally. Your body still recognizes this altitude. You've jumped before. You know the altitude check comes next, then the handle, then the opening. 20 seconds and you're at terminal velocity. 200 kilometers per hour, 120 miles per hour. This is where the air becomes so thick against your body that you simply stop falling faster. Wind roars across your clothes with a deafening howl. It's like standing inside a storm that never ends. You can't even hear your own screams anymore. 30 seconds, time to turn your head and search for the formation. Where are your friends? You spot several bodies falling around you, all exactly where they should be. You're still in control, you still have time. You reach for the ripcord handle. 40 seconds, your heart beats steady. Adrenaline pumps through you. You pull, there should be resistance. There should be sound. There should be that mysterious moment when everything changes. Nothing changes. You pull again, pilot chute deploys like it should. You feel it leave your pack, but there's nothing. Just air flowing around you. You look up and you know immediately. Your main canopy never opened. This is one of the worst messages your brain can receive in freefall. You know the truth. You've seen the videos. You did the training. 50 seconds. You've already fallen about 500 meters. You're still at 200 kilometers per hour. Reality starts settling in. You were trained for this. Q. This is your only chance. The procedure is simple. You cut. Your arm reaches for the cutaway handle. Your body knows exactly where to go. You pull hard. The main canopy disappears. You feel the change instantly. Less drag, less resistance, more speed. You're faster now, lighter, more helpless. 1 minute, you're at approximately 1,200 meters. Earth is still far away. There's still time. There are still options. You reach for your reserve pack. Your heart is screaming, pure adrenaline now. You pull, something opens. You feel movement, but it's wrong, terribly wrong. The canopy isn't above you like it should be. It's tangled around you. A partial opening, a collapse, air blows through it. It's not secure. It's not working. 1 minute and 10 seconds, you're at 1,000 meters. You're still falling at almost 130 kilometers per hour. Your mind splits in two. Part of it still believes. Part of it knows. You reach for the canopy. Try to save it. You twist the lines. You desperately try to make it work. Nothing works. 1 minute and 20 seconds. 900 meters. Earth is starting to look real now. You can see streets. You can see trees as actual shapes. Not just green blur. Wind still screams around you. You're still in free fall. Your mind does something that would surprise anyone. It looks for hope. 1 minute and 30 seconds, 800 meters. Speed is maybe 120 kilometers per hour now. Not terminal anymore. The collapsed canopy adds slight resistance. You trained for this too. When both canopies fail, training says one thing. All you can do is try. 1 minute and 40 seconds, 700 meters. Temperature dropped dramatically. When you jumped, it was freezing up there, minus 30 degrees Celsius. The air around you is too thin to breathe normally. Your lungs pull every molecule they can. Your mouth is dry from pure fear. You don't notice the cold anymore. Your body produced so much adrenaline that you're burning from inside. 1 minute and 50 seconds, 600 meters. You can see individual houses now. You can see parked cars. You can see people. Some are looking up. Some already know. You're not invisible anymore. You're visible. You're real to them now. You try again. You reach for the reserve canopy. You attempt another slider action. You pull on the suspension lines. You don't even know what you're trying to do anymore. You're just trying something, anything. 2 minutes, 500 meters. An altitude most people never see the world from. You see everything. You see the park. You see the road leading out of here. You see the direction you're falling. Distance to ground is no longer abstract. It's specific. It's close. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 400 meters, you're falling through a cloud. You feel sudden moisture on your face, carrying it but heat. You're at a point where the air is so thin that breathing becomes a constant alarm that something is wrong. Your body is shaking, not from cold, from pure terror. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, 300 meters. This is where decisions end. There's formally nothing left to do. You've tried everything. Both canopies failed. That's rare. Maybe 1 in 100,000 jumps. Maybe worse. And you're that person. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 250 meters. You can see faces now. You can see people running. You can hear them screaming. Though that's impossible. There's still 90 seconds before impact. Forever. Nothing. The reality you face is simple and brutal. There are survival cases. You know some of them. Vesna Volovic fell from 10,000 meters in a plane crash. She survived. But she was in a seat. She was wrapped in metal. You're naked against the air. You're just you against the earth. Joan Murray, 1999, 14,000 meters. She fell onto a fire ant hill. She couldn't move her body. She couldn't run. Ants covered her. She screamed until someone found her. She was hospitalized for weeks. She lived. But the chances of someone finding you where you'll land are smaller. This side of the park is empty. The earth below is hard. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 200 meters, you're descending at 300 meters per minute now. The collapsed canopy is slowing your fall. You're at maybe 80 kilometers per hour. Not much, nothing compared to 280 kilometers per hour is still lethally fast for your human body. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 150 meters. Earth is here now. It's not an abstract idea anymore. You can see exactly where you'll land. There's a clearing, there's grass, trees surround it, warm morning light illuminates everything. You can see each detail. You can see the texture of soil. 3 minutes, 100 meters. Remaining time is measured in seconds now. You have approximately 45 seconds. 45 seconds to make peace with something. 45 seconds to have some final thought. 45 seconds to wonder if any of this matters. Your mind does strange things in moments like this. You think of your mother. You think about how she made you breakfast this morning. You think about an argument you had with your best friend last week. You think about how you never called to apologize. You think that you will 3 minutes and 10 seconds. 80 meters, your eyes focus on one specific point. Now, you know exactly where you'll land. Near the big tree, near the clearing. You feel your body rotating. You're on your back now. Your gaze locked on blue sky. There's still a small part of your brain that thinks you're dreaming. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 60 meters. Wind noise is no longer deafening. Altitude is low enough now that you hear people screaming on the ground. You hear them calling, click. You hear them running. You realize you're not alone in this. Other people are dying with you. Symbolically, psychologically, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 40 meters, time moves differently now. Each second is an eternity. Each meter is a mountain. You're in a state of acceptance. It's not calm. It's not peace. It's just acceptance. Your body stopped fighting. Your muscles are loose. Your heart is racing, but your mind is serene in a deeply disturbing way. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, 20 meters, the few people who survive extreme height falls describe a phenomenon. Time doesn't slow down. Time doesn't change, but perception changes. You see everything in total detail. You see each leaf, you see each shadow, you see the texture of each blade of grass. Your brain is documenting everything with supernatural clarity. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 10 meters. You feel something so strange that you almost laugh. You feel peace, not acceptance anymore. Real peace. Bing stopped being afraid. Something in you surrendered completely and found a strange place of stillness. You don't want to be here. You didn't ask for this, but you're here. And somehow, it's okay. 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 5 meters. You see a clear image of your body hitting Earth. You see the impact. You see what your human body will look like afterward. Your mind tries to process this. Your mind can't. Your mind just watches. 3 minutes and 55 seconds, 2 meters. Competed air into your lungs. You don't know why. You know air won't help. You know that in 1 second, your body will change. You know that you won't exist anymore as you exist right now. 4 minutes. Impact. This is where stories usually end. This is where the video should stop. This is where you die. This is where every skydiver facing dual parachute failure dies. The survival rate for dual failure is 0.0%. None. Nothing. Guaranteed death. But there was a case. One case among tens of thousands. A skydiver in 1986, his main canopy didn't open. His reserve got tangled. He fell from 4,200 meters. He hit the canopy of a tree. The tree broke his fall through multiple branches. His body broke, his spine fractured, his bones shattered. But he lived. He lived for 7 weeks. Then he died from his injuries in a hospital. 7 weeks to regret, 7 weeks to lament, 7 weeks to think about that jump again. Joan Morey, 14,000 meters. Main canopy didn't open. Reserve canopy didn't open. She fell onto a fire ant hill near Jacksonville. Her fall was cushioned by the hill. Her body was covered in ant bites. She was paralyzed. She screamed. She was hospitalized. She recovered. She went back to work. She's alive in 2026. There are cases where you land in water. Water is hard when you hit it at high speed. But if you land in a marsh, a swamp, soft water absorbs the impact. Cut. There's a man who fell into shallow water in Vietnam, 3 feet deep. He survived. He was completely paralyzed. But he survived. There are cases where you land in deep snow. Cases where you land in trees and their canopy catches you. Cases where you land in the back of a soft garbage truck. Cases where the math aligns and you just get lucky. But these cases are extremely rare. The truth is, most people who face dual parachute failure don't survive. The truth is, you probably wouldn't survive. The truth is, you fell for 4 minutes and you're dead. The reason you're here, the reason you imagined the worst possible scenario of the most dangerous sport you can do, is because the terror is so real that your hands sweat when you think about it. You climb into that plane, you have your parachute on your back. You know there's an infinitesimal chance both will fail. But do you really know? Do you actually know? The truth is, you'll come back to Earth. Your parachute will open. Court. Your heart will stop racing when your feet touch grass. You'll hug the people who love you. You'll breathe air that isn't trying to suffocate you. You'll live, but for 4 minutes, you were that person. You were the skydiver whose parachutes didn't open. You were the one for whom the math didn't work. You were the one for whom luck abandoned you. You were the one who fell. Subscribe for more stories of people who faced the worst. Comment about which death scenario you want to explore next. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And thank you for spending the last few minutes literally falling through the sky with me.